So I'm just double checking. I have both the Southern Tier Mixed Chorus and the Southern Tiersman in front of me. Okay, cool. So I have 2 full sheets. Thank you for making it easy on me and giving me the same song twice each time. Makes it much easier for me to organize my notes. So Southern Tiersman, you guys have obviously been along around time. I saw at least 4 of you earlier. Anyone completely new to barbershop? Any ideas of that kind of thing? Or relatively new to barbershop? Yeah, how new-ish?
About a year.
Year. Okay, so new enough that maybe if I said, oh yeah, performance category, you might be like, I'm not an expert on that. Okay, cool. So in a nutshell, performance category really considers the entertainment value of the performance in general, with a special attention to being genuine, heartfelt, and believable, is we find as human beings more entertaining than stuff that we can't really connect with, right? Which all makes sense to us, right? We've all seen people that are so fake that we just kind of avoid them because it's more or less unpleasant, because it's like something, I can tell you're being fake, and it's distracting. So yeah, performance category is just kind of looking at those things. I have Loving You Always and Blue Skies. So I see Mike, our director, right?
Yes.
And then music team is whereabouts? Okay. Tell me a little bit about these songs, where we're at our journey. Have we had them a while? Are we just picking some up? What's the story for them?
These have been in our repertoire for some time, and we have competed with them at least twice before.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least twice before, and I think the last contest we did these 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we chose them maybe as like, we have a little bit of security and training wheels because it's not brand new. We're going back after 2-year hiatus just to kind of...
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And we like them too. Yeah.
So we want to keep them for maybe not as contest vehicles, but they're not going away anytime soon.
Right.
No.
Okay, cool. Is there one we like better than the other? Just because I tend to talk a lot about one and then get to the other one, so I want... If it doesn't matter to you guys, it doesn't matter to me, but...
I'm partial to Blue Skies
What?
because for me as a director, I can be more free and open with it, and always has a lot of little nitpicky things in it.
Well, and I'll say, ultimately, I think that Blue Skies is just the more successful song for us. I think that, I don't know if it's necessarily, I might be that, and I just think that the ensemble generally feels more connected to Blue Skies than it does to I'll Be Loving You Always. So for Blue Skies stuff, let's see, I have to come. I think I'm mostly going to talk about the mixed chorus experience just because it was super duper fresh in my mind, and even try as hard as I might to like clean the slate and say, oh, how different is this? I literally found myself making the same 3 comments at the start of each, and so I'm like, all right, so some big general things we can talk about. One of the things I loved about this, and I coach groups on this a lot, is that with a rhythm song like Blue Skies, or at least that's something nice energetic beat to it, it's okay, and I should see the rhythm. And that's something that you guys do. It wasn't so distracting that it was like fake and farcy, but I could see that there was some rhythm happening, which is a strength. Even HC sometimes has trouble having me see the rhythm on something like, what's the up to now we did today? That's Life, right? It's still always a challenge to be so connected to the song that just feels natural rather than performative. So very nice job. I wrote good energy on Blue Skies. I saw a large amount of investment. I don't think all of us were all committed all of the time, but I think most of us were committed most of the time, right? Obviously, another opportunity for growth is trying to get everyone to that super consistent all the time kind of living in terms of energy. Then, so as Blue Skies went along, I lost a little bit of that visual seeing rhythm. Maybe when the song gets more complicated or a little bit more on. I don't know if we just got more comfortable in it or whatnot, but some of that beautiful, like actually seeing the rhythm and living in that kind of disappeared for me. And yeah, I'm trying to think about which is the most impactful. Do we have enough of us here to sing, or because it looks a little bit smaller than you had on stage? Do we feel comfortable singing?
We have enough parts.
Yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and start with Blue Skies. I have a note, and I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about on the note, but I just want to remind myself what I saw.
So Blue Skies?
Blue skies are coming my way. It's gonna be a wonderful day. Blue skies, spotless sky, ain't nothing but blue skies. Do I see, and bluebirds sing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun be shining.
Thank you so much. I am still seeing kind of what I thought I was going to see, and so I think one of the largest opportunities for this ensemble, and I'm pretty sure this is true, both songs, is really making the most, and I'm sure other Clay probably said something similar in music, which you guys just came from, is this idea of singing through the entire phrase and allowing each of those like longer held notes to be a little bit more full and lush. Do we sound alike with that kind of idea? Because what I'm seeing is I'm seeing really good attention and like kind of delivery of the first moment, and then we kind of coast a little bit. It's like, you know how when you would ride a bike, you would like go up a hill and you'd like pump really hard, and then you would like just relax and coast? It's kind of what I'm getting on things like, and bluebirds, right? Like, I think there's a little bit opportunity for a little bit more nuance and starting softer, growing, and then coming back and resetting. So why is the performance guy talking about something so musical as that? I think because I want to see that level of involvement follow a similar pattern, right? So it's maybe it's like, and bluebirds singing that, right? There's got to be a little bit of growth happening in those phrases, visually as well as musically. So if we could take it from the beginning again, I just want to see a little bit more, and again, I'm still seeing that really good energy, and I'm seeing the rhythm, so keep that. Just see if you can add some kind of something to growing what. That I don't want to get specific because then it becomes choreography. I don't want choreography because it can be really insincere. And you guys have a really good sincere vibe, and I don't want to mess with it. So that's why I'm not giving you specifics.
Blue skies are coming my way.
Yes.
It's gonna be a wonderful day.
I have to stop you there because that was fantastic. Like, whatever you just did in your heads to make that happen, no, I'm not kidding. That was a significant change. Emotionally, that was significant. I went from okay, they're doing Blue Skies. We've more or less heard this before, to, oh, they're singing Blue Skies. I love how this goes, right? I just want to do that again so you guys get as used to that as possible. Because, and I love that when I said to do something, I saw people either model or mirror what I did, like the leaning in a little bit, or I saw some people I don't know if this was super purposeful, but I saw just stature get bigger. It was beautiful. Do that again, please, and thank you. I'm so excited. There we go.
Blue skies are coming my way. It's gonna be a wonderful day. Blue skies, spotless skies. sea and bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the day hurrying by, waiting love my, how they fly,
So fantastic. Bad news for you guys is you can never do that differently again. Right? Like you have to go there because now I know you can, and it was apparently just as easy as calling attention to it. I'm sorry you're such good performers. Sorry. So that's really exciting. I love that I get to talk about this next idea. So we're all pretty familiar with this idea, and the quartet, I think, has probably heard me say this. But the idea of, we know pillar chords, our job is wring the snot out of it, right? Hit it really lock and solid. I want to introduce you guys to the idea of pillar moments. So there are moments or words that are happening in the song that are kind of like the emotional destination. So just like a pillar chord, you're doing whatever you have to do to set up that pillar chord for success and then recovering from it. We want to do the same kind of thing. So for like Blue Skies, you guys already do really effectively in that intro, that big, slow, steady like growth. As an example, like that last chord, that is the emotional like, I'm so freaking excited for this moment. And then it was blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Right, so it's this whole idea that like I'm finally seeing it, right? If this song to me, and this might not be your interpretation, but it might be something close, is that it's all about things could be worse, but I'm seeing it this way, and I finally like realized that I'm in control of that, right? Like blue skies from now on, I'm not going to see gray skies. I'm going to live my life different. So it's the idea that like I'm really excited, and blue skies are what I see all day long, right? There's this idea of like, I'm in control now. Emotionally, I can arrive at those destinations and remind you of my new commitment to that lifestyle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it takes this idea of like this really fun, upbeat tune, and it gives you somewhere to go with that energy. No longer is it just like, oh, the whole point of the song is to be energetic. It's, I'm energetic for this reason. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. Want to do just that much again? And then I promise I'll touch the other song, but this is good work, so I want to like keep it.
Blue skies are coming my way. It's gonna be a wonderful day. I see, and bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the day hurrying by, waiting love my mind, how they fly, blue skies, smiling, nothing but blue skies. Do I see, and bluebirds sing a song, nothing but bluebirds all day long,
So fantastic, right? So a lot of performance and where we are at in our musical journey then is just being really purposeful about flexing those performance muscles, right? Seeing that we have them is fantastic. Sorry, you're not allowed to do anything else. Thanks for coming back to the talk. Talking about loving you always real quick before I run out of time like I always do. I think, yeah, so no. This one's the one I want to work on. So the very first thing I have is that energy that you guys bring is really consistent, because right after the pitch in, I saw a lot of choruses do the turn in, but when you guys turned in, you turned in like energetically, which does a really nice job of setting us up for success, right? I think, and now is that, well, what kind of energy do I want to bring to it? Because I know how to be present in that moment. So am I setting you up for like an intensity? Am I setting you up for like excitement? Am I setting you up for look how cool I am? We get a turn in different ways, and I think that you guys are playful enough to do that. Before I speak too much, can we just start this one? And everything I just talked about, and those idea of pillar moments and words that matter, take like 10 seconds in your head before we blow a pitch, just to think in the first couple of phrases, what are some of those words that might be pillars? What might be pillar moments?
Dreams, true, maybe.
Yeah. When you're ready.
Dreams will all come true, growing old with you, and time will fly, carrying each day more than the day before, till spring rolls by. Then when the springtime has gone, then will my love linger on.
Thank you. So this song obviously is about love. Let's talk a little bit about what does spring. Okay. Let's talk a very little bit about what is springtime in that intro. Is springtime just talking about springtime, or is it talking about something else?
Happy part of our life. Yeah.
Rebirth of love.
New love.
Yeah, rebirth of love or new love. Do we notice that before, like up until we say the first time we say springtime, it's got a really nice, sweet, endearing feeling? Does that keep on going through as soon as we start talking about springtime?
No, I think it's a little more serious.
Yeah, and so the chart. So again, that road trip. I might not talk about the categories. I get really confused. But musically, we have a signal there by switching to minor that maybe something's a little bit different. So like I'm loving you, and I'll keep loving you even when you're not here, when springtime rolls by, right? So it's that idea. One of the things that distracted me from it was not your treatment or that you didn't go there musically, but that everyone seemed the same level of happy as they were in the first version as they were in that second part.
Oh, okay.
So and some people had some level of change, but I didn't get a distinct enough difference. So I was kind of confused why we went there musically but not visually. Probably he's going to tell me I have no more time.
Do on the third floor.
So you guys are due upstairs. I have potentially more thoughts, but it's just more of the same. Again, just keep those choices going. Keep being excellent performers for me, will you?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Clay.
Thank you.